Hi guys, Alicia here, thenewBcrafter. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this really cute and easy bookmark using our Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. If you want to know more about Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, feel free to check out my video all about them. I'll put the link to that in the description box below. So we are going to be using our Spectrum Noir markers, some baby wipes, a hole punch, some stamps, and I'm mounting mine on an acrylic block. You could also use wood mounted stamps, but I'm using clear stamps today. You're going to need some ribbon. This was really cheap and it's very old, so I thought I should maybe use some of it. I have my selection of Spectrum Noir markers that I'll be using today, but feel free to use whatever colors you choose. I'm going to be using some scrap white cardstock. You can cut up some cardstock, but I'm just using some scrap today. I have a mouse pad, which gives me a better impression when I stamp. I have a black pigment ink. I wanted to show you that I use my bookmark all the time in my planner, and it really helps to keep my spot, and it matches my planner, which is really nice. And I'm also going to be using my paper cutter to cut my paper. You could use an X-Acto knife or a pair of scissors if you don't have a paper cutter. So let's get started. So I like to have my cardstock cut to about 4 by 2 because that's going to be the end result of the size of my bookmark, but you can use whatever size you want. So I'm just going to use my paper cutter, and I'm going to cut it down to 2, like so, and by 4. Now I really love this paper cutter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount my 3 stamps together on my acrylic block, so the process of stamping these will go quite a bit faster. So I want to leave a bit of space between all of these. And you could practice stamp this, but I'm just going to do it on my bookmark first. And I'm going to ink up my stamp, and I'm going to keep my mouse pad underneath my bookmark to get a better impression. So I have an outline of a flower, a polka dot flower, and a striped flower. And I am just going to stamp these out like so. And I'm going to do this on my entire bookmark. So once you've done the first one, just take this and lock together your stamps, trying to keep the same amount of distance. Stamp that out, lift that up. Now, I really was inspired by this because I really love certain pattern papers, and I really love using pattern paper, but I wanted to kind of make my own in a way, so that's why I am doing this. But if you wanted to make this bookmark a lot easier, you could just cut up some pattern paper, punch a hole, and add some ribbon, but I wanted to do some stamping and coloring. Feel free to use any kind of stamps that you want here. So I'm just going to clean up my stamps in my acrylic block with my baby wipe, and then we're going to start to color. So I have my entire bookmark stamped out, and it is looking really cute, and I really like the way that it looks. The markers that I'll be using today are GT2, HB2, PP5, BP6, and DR1. So I'm just going to start out. I've already swatched these colors out just to make sure I like the color. You could also use my swatch book download, which I will have in my other video. So remember that your markers will bleed a little bit, so don't color right up to the edge because they will bleed right just out to the edge for you. And color yours in. I really love the way that these look. They're a great gift to give to anyone, and you could use like screwdrivers and saws if you have a stamp set like that, if you wanted to give this to a guy. I mean, you could give them one with flowers on it, but they may prefer something a little bit more manly. So it's really nice to create these based on the person's personality, and favorite colors. And they're really relaxing to make. The other option that you have when you do these is if you have an adult coloring book, you can color one of those and chop it up and create these bookmarks. So there's a lot of different options when you're making these, which I really like, not having to be limited while coloring. I have a lot of centers in my flowers. I wanted to add a little bit of color to that and be able to blend out a little bit of the areas where I went out of line. So I'm going to use LY3 and I'm just going to go in and color that in, and then on the ones where it has a little bit showing through, go over it just a few times, and then that will blend out a bit more and it won't be as noticeable. It'll become a lot lighter. So I'm just going to do this to the center of all of my flowers. So now at this point, if you wanted to, you could run it through a laminator to make it last longer or coat it in some packing tape. I couldn't find my packing tape today, so I chose not to do that with this one, but it will still be fine if you don't. So I'm going to cut off about a 12-ish inch length of my thread here. These aren't the best scissors, but it's okay. And I'm going to tie a knot in the end of each of mine to stop the fraying, but you could also use some fray check or light a candle and put it in some of the wax. There's a lot of different things you can do, but I'm going for the old knot tying. It's really easy. Just tying the knot, and then on here I'm going to punch a hole roughly in the middle with my punch, like so. I'm going to join my two ends together, stick that through the loop, and voila, we have a super cute, simple bookmark. There's a lot of different ways that you could dress this up and a lot of different things that you can do with it, but it's really cute, simple, easy, and a great gift idea. So I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video and try it out for yourself. Please subscribe to my channel to see a lot of future creations that I do, and I really appreciate your support. Please like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!